David, the third month is Sivan, April, May, June. Why is he picking up June here in the beginning? Read.
When the children of Israel were gone forth out of the land of Egypt.
So that is after the death of the Lamb. When the children of Israel were gone forth out of the land of Egypt.
The same day they came into the wilderness.
So the third month and the third day is the same month, which is the third month, and the third day they came in the wilderness of Sinai. Read.
For they were departed from
Rephidim, read.
and were come to the desert of Sinai.
And they were come to the desert of Sinai.
And had pitched in the wilderness.
And had pitched in the wilderness.
And there Israel camped before the mount.
Yes. And Yahweh, I want the part where Yahweh told them to wash up and be ready against the third day. Because he's speaking to them on June 3rd. And he's going to speak his law down on the 6th, which is in the institution. So he said, be ready against the third day. So he was speaking the same month and the same day, which is the third month, which is Sivan, which is correlated to June. And he said the same day, which is the 3rd of June. Then he told them to be washed up and be ready against the third day, which is the 6th of June. Exodus 19:10, where he's going to speak the Lord down in the institution.
Verse 10.
Yes.
And Yahweh said unto Moses.
And Yahweh said unto Moses,
go unto the people.
Go unto the people.
And sanctify them today and tomorrow.
And sanctify them today and tomorrow.
And let them wash their clothes.
And let them wash their clothes.
And be ready against the third day.
He said be ready against the third day. He had said earlier that the third month and the same day, which is the third month, the third day, and be ready against the third day from the third day, which would be the 6th of June. Read.
The third day.
Yes, read.
For the third day of Yahweh.
The third day.
Yahweh will come down.
From the third day. So 3 days from the third day will be the 6th.
Right.
Read.
For the third day, Yahweh will come down in the sight of all people.
So Yahweh is going to come down. He called the assembly and Yahweh is the speaker. And the children of Israel were present there. And he said he's going to come down in the sight
of all the people.
Of all the people.
Upon Mount Sinai.
Upon Mount Sinai.
And thou shalt set bounds upon the people round about.
Okay. So yeah, so the law was spoken down back there on the 6th of June in the institution. And it was Yahushua back there, who Yahweh is declaring to be the author. And that's why when Yahshua was on the cross, he said it is finished. He's the finisher of Israel's faith. Now after the death of that lamb and the burial of the children of Israel in the Red Sea, and they resurrected, and that law was spoken down on the 6th of June. There's another principle of the 6th of June pointing out that the 6th of June is the true birthday of Yahshua the Messiah. Now when Moses was called or invited in the mountain by Yahushua, this is the same face that he had seen, Yahushua's face, as the angel in the burning bush. So it was no problem for Moses to attach himself to him as his minister. And then he invited Moses in the mountain. The first principal trip is Exodus, the 19th chapter, because he made 3 principal trips in the mountain. And the second principal trip he spent for 40 days, and the third principal trip was another 40 days. Now when the children of Israel, when Moses was coming down from the mountain, the children of Israel built the golden calf, Yahushua told Moses that there was a noise in the camp.
Of war.
A noise of war, because Yahweh told him in Exodus 20 verse 4 not to make any graven image of any kind. And they couldn't keep the commandment. They said, all that Yahweh said, will we do and be obedient. But they were disobedient because they disobeyed Yahweh and did that golden calf. And Moses walked out and cast the stone at them, at the children of Israel, and broke that first commandment. But it necessitated Yahweh to make a new commandment. So he told Moses to hew out 2 tables of stone, like unto the first, and come up in the mount and be there. Now you find out that how long after this first principal trip in Exodus, the 19th chapter, Moses went up? Was Mark says about 8 days. And Matthew the 7th, he said after 6 days. So he went up about, that was the 6th of June. So add 6 more days, roughly the 13th. The 13th of June he went up, just to do a rough calculation. The 13th of June he went up in his second principal trip, and he was there for 40 days and 40 nights. So if you add 13 plus that 40, from the 13, the continuation of that month, which will be 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, to the 30th, or is it a 30-day month? A 30 or 29 days?
First one is 20 then.
Alright.
No, first one is 30.
Until you get 40 days. Now you find out that when Moses came down from the mountain, he was impregnated with information to build that tabernacle. And this tabernacle was 9 months in building, because when you read Exodus 40 verse 1, it shows that the tabernacle was reared up. The tabernacle was reared up. The tabernacle was reared up the 1st of April. So when Moses came down, it was about the 23rd or the 22nd of July, from his second principal trip. And if you check from July to April, you are going to get 9 months. So this tabernacle is representing the physical body of Yahshua the Messiah. As you see, it looks like a man laying down. And then when Yahshua tabernacled with us, he said, "No man taketh my life from me. I have the power to lay it down, and I have the power to take it again." And notice the children of Israel would lay down the tabernacle as they are led by the cloud, and then they would take it again. Showing for that Yahshua would lay down his life and take it up again. So he's the one, they are led off the cloud. And this temple represents the spiritual body of Yahshua, as it is so glorious in principle. It looks like a man sitting on a throne. But since we are on the true birthday of the Messiah, we have a first-time visitor. We have 2 first-time visitors. I'm just going to clinch it, and then we are going to touch on the name for our visitor. So, check from July, 9 months from July.
August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March.
April. So the tabernacle, this tabernacle which represents the physical body of Yahshua the Messiah. The priest who was officiating in this tabernacle couldn't have any spot or blemish or flat nose. You see, everything I'm saying is in the book. Right. You have to be perfect, because it represents the law of Yahweh, who the psalmist David wrote about in Psalm 19:7. That the law of Yahweh is perfect. He converts the soul. And that's Yahshua the Messiah, who is the law of the Spirit of life, who converts our soul. So you find out that the tabernacle itself was 9 months in building, representing Yahshua's physical body, who was that tabernacle. What you reading here, Doc? So,
Psalm 19.
All right.
Psalm 19 verse 7.
Yes.
The law of Yahweh is perfect.
I quoted that one. He said the law of Yahweh, who is Yahshua the Messiah, is perfect.
Converting the soul.
He converts the soul.
The testimony of Yahweh is sure.
The testimony of Yahweh is sure.
Making wise the simple.
Making wise the simple. All right, now. Thank you. So you find out now, this man Adam was a figure, Romans 5 and 12. Was a figure of Yahshua who was to come. And to show another principle of June 6, just as we showed that this June 6 when the law was spoken down, because if you check it out, from the 14th of April and they had a 47-day journey to the plateau of the mount, and he said wash up and be ready against the 3rd day, if you count from April. And you count that 47-day journey plus the 3 days where Yahweh says to be ready against the 3rd day up to June 6th. There's no way you could miss the date. The Hebrew months, they have 29 days, and some months they have 30 days. So you can do the math from the 14th of April to the 6th of June. There, you see the law was spoken down, right there. Alright, another principle of it is when Moses went up in the mountain, and Yahweh gave him a rerun of the creation. Yahweh Elohim gave him a rerun of the creation. He was in the mountain, and he saw the man being formed from the dust of the earth on the 6th day. So that's what he said in the book, that Yahweh formed the man of the dust of the earth on the 6th day, and the evening and the morning were the 6th day. And when you read Romans 5, he said he was a figure. Read on that. He was a figure of him was to come. Read quickly.
Romans 5 verse 14.
Yes.
Nevertheless, death reigned from Adam to Moses.
Because one law was given to Adam and one law was given to Moses. Read.
Even over them that had not sinned.
Yes.
After the similitude of Adam's transgression.
After the similitude of Adam's transgression.
Who is the figure of him that was to come.
So Adam was taken from the dust of the earth on the 6th day. So we pick up another 6th day there, the 6th day. And in principle, when he went up in the mount, he was up there when he first went up after the 6th of June, which was about the 13th of June when he went up. In principle, that was in the month of June when he first went up, and he saw the vision of the man being formed on the 6th day. That's a principle of the 6th of June. Because listen, when he went up in his first principle trip, he says after 6 days or about 8 days after his first principle trip, which gives you about the 13th of June, he went up in his second principle trip. He seen the man in the month of June on the 6th day, say have another June 6th. Just like at the mountain here, we pick up the June 6th, when the law was spoken down in Exodus the 19th chapter. So Yahweh is overturning because Yahshua must overturn it according to Ezekiel 21, until he who it is, whose right it is, he'll give it him. Because Yahushua was the author, Yahshua is the finisher. The same spirit manifesting throughout the ages and dispensation of that. Just get me to cut it. We're going to cut the 2 birthday principles short, but we're going to finish it, and then I'm going to touch upon the name. Hebrews 6, 9 and 6, Isaiah, and Isaiah 7 verse 14.
Isaiah 9 and 6.
Because Isaiah 9 and 6, Isaiah 7, 14. Read.
9 and 6.
Yes.
For unto us a child is born.
So unto us a child is born.
Unto us a son is given.
So for Yahweh so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, who is Yahshua the Messiah. Now the religious world claim that he was born the 25th of December. But the 25th of December is nowhere in the book. Earlier we set up time with Israel, and it shows in the Bible that Abib is the first month of the year, which call it to our April, March, April, according to the moon. Read.
And the government shall be upon his shoulder.
He said the government shall be upon his shoulder.
And he shall be called Wonderful.
And he shall be called Wonderful.
Counselor.
Counselor.
The mighty Elohim.
The mighty Elohim.
The everlasting Father.
And he is the everlasting Father. The Prince of Peace. That's what it is. Read out the scripture quickly, please.
Isaiah 7, verse 14. Therefore, Yahweh himself shall give you a sign.
He says, Yahweh himself shall give you a sign.
Behold,
a
virgin shall conceive and bear a son.
So Yahshua is fulfilling Adam being taken from virgin Mother Earth. And we see Adam being born or placed in the garden with the animals around him. So Yahshua had to be placed in a stable where the animals were on the grass. Because the same way Adam was placed, and he had to fulfill every yard and every ticket. Read.
Yes. Behold, the virgin shall conceive and bear a son.
Adam was taken from virgin Mother Earth. Just like the spirit of Yahweh when he created the creation. The first day, the earth is inundated in water. There's a death. and there's a burial. The third day, the seed of vegetation sprang forth. But if you notice, it says the spirit of Elohim moved upon the face of the water. And that's how he was sowing seed in the creation. Because he's the one, he's the one that sows the seed. Yahweh, Elohim is the planter, and he's also the reaper. So he was the one planting the seed, and that's why the man was taken from the dust of the earth and placed in the most holy place of the tabernacle. Read on.
Yes. Shall conceive and bear a son.
Shall conceive and bear a son. They didn't have any X-ray that time. How is it possible that they would know that it is a son? Because they had the true vision. Read.
And he shall be called Emmanuel.
And he shall be called, that's not his name. He shall be called Emmanuel, which means Elohim with us. So remember now it says a virgin. And to the law and to the prophets, if they speak not according to this word, who is Yahweh Elohim, this is because he has no light or Holy Spirit in them. In Luke 1:26, the angel Gabriel was sent. So Luke 1:26
says,
in the sixth month. Now, earlier we set up time with you and we showed you that Yahweh had sundry and order time. That the first month is Abib. And that's why in Jamaica they say they call it the All Fool Day. Why they say that the 1st of April you are fool? Because you think that that's the first month of the year. No, you don't know that it's the first month of the year. Because they told us that it's Janus, a two-faced God, or January. Alright, so read on.
And in the 6th month.
So in the 6th month, so April being the 1st, April, May, June, July, August, September is the 6th month. So the angel went to Miriam September. And by this time, John the Baptist was already 6 months in his mother's womb, his cousin. And Yahweh setting up a mission with John the Baptist and Yeshua. Because you find out that John the Baptist's birthday, it was in December. If you read the course of Abaya with the priesthood and the time when, alright, I'm going to leave out the priesthood. But I'll just say this. No, I'm not going to go to Chronicles. Alright. I'll just, to cut it short, you find out that John the Baptist was the one that was born the 6th of December. And Yeshua, because he was an undertaker in principle to bury the dead Jews. That's why Israel shows that he was an undertaker. Because Israel died because of their disobedience to Yahweh. Just like they inherited the dead from their parents. Only one man could resuscitate them and resurrect their soul, and that's Yeshua. And his mission is the resurrection and the life, or the resurrector of dead souls. So he had to be born opposite of John the Baptist in the summertime. In the resurrection time. Read.
Yes, Luke 1:26 again. And in the 6th month, the angel Gabriel.
So we pick up the 6th month to be September when the angel is speaking to Miriam. Read.
Was sent from Elohim.
Was sent from Yahweh Elohim.
Unto a city of Galilee named Nazareth.
That's why Micah 5:2 says, out of Bethlehem he should come for, that is to be the way of Israel. But in the church world, in Christendom, they give us Lord, which is British, God is Assyrian, Jesus Christ derived from E, the Babylonian water god, Zeus the supreme god of the Greeks, Christ come from Krishna, an Hindu idol sun god. But the book says that he should come from, be born in Bethlehem. We know he is Yahshua from heaven, but he physically manifested himself in Bethlehem. And that's what the book says. Read.
To a virgin exposed to a man whose name was Joseph.
Yes, because there's a Joseph at his birth and there's a Joseph at his death. Read.
Of the house of David.
Of the house of David.
And the virgin's name was Miriam.
And the virgin's name was Miriam. Read.
And the angel came in unto her and said.
No, the angel came in unto her. Yahweh is no raper. He introduced himself to the woman and he said,
Hail,
Hail,
thou that art highly favored.
Thou that art highly favored.
Yahweh is with thee.
Yahweh is with thee.
Blessed art thou among women.
Blessed art thou among women.
And when she saw him, she was troubled at his saying.
Yes.
And cast in her mind what manner of salutation this should be.
Our body became the ark of the covenant in principle. And you notice in the book says, the angel Gabriel was sent. Because there are two angels walking there with Yahshua, Michael and Gabriel. But when you read Isaiah 6 and 1, he said, in the year of when King Uzziah died, I saw Yahweh Elohim sitting on a throne, I am lifted up. And with twain, his two angels covered his face. And with twain, his two angels he fly. That's the two angels. One is Michael, the warrior angel, and one is Gabriel. Michael is on the right, and one is Gabriel, the messenger angel. Just like you have the two halves of your hemisphere of your brain, the motor function and the sensory function. One is the messenger side, and one is the action. Like I'm here, and a mind says, go to the bathroom. I can't go to the bathroom unless the other message is sent, unless the message is received, and I carry out the action and go to the bathroom. So one say have motor function and sensory function, like unto the duties of Michael and Gabriel. But right here, Michael is not mentioned because Michael was the one getting in. Although you cannot break up the supernatural nature of Yahweh because these three are one. Speaking of the unity of the Spirit. And Miriam's body was overshadowed by the two angels because the law of the Spirit of life is Yahshua the Messiah. And that's why when the tabernacle was completed, the law was placed in the most holy place. And Miriam's body was like this Ark of the Covenant with the law imbued in it. And that's the center of Yahweh in Leviticus 16 verse 2. He said he will dwell there. That's where he will dwell. And he was placed there by Yahweh in the womb of Miriam for 9 months as an immaculate conception. Not, get me Romans 1 verse 2. Not from the sperm of Joseph and the egg of Miriam, but as the word made flesh. And the 19th division of the Psalm shows that is the word made flesh. And we read it earlier where he said, but a body, a special prepared body. This wasn't any earthly body. This was a special prepared body that was placed in Miriam's womb. Read please quickly.
Yeah, Romans 1, verses 2 and 3.
Yes.
Which he had promised before by his prophets in the Holy Scripture.
Yes.
Concerning his son, Yahshua the Messiah, our
notice it didn't
Savior.
say the son of Joseph or Miriam. But Yahweh says concerning his son, Yahshua the Messiah.
Our Savior.
Our Savior.
Who was made of the seed of David.
He said he was, because that's the lineage. He was made of the seed of David according to the flesh.
Romans 1 verse 4.
Yes.
And declared to be the son of Yahweh.
But declared to be the son of Yahweh with power by the resurrection from the dead.
According to the Spirit of
holiness. Read.
By the resurrection.
By the resurrection from the dead. Okay, stop right there now. So in the 6th month, the angel Gabriel was sent. If we check it according to our calendar, the 6th month would be January, February, March, April, May, June. Alright? July, August, September, October, November, December. The baby couldn't be born in December. Because he had to be 6 months and he had to be perfect. He couldn't be a premature baby. Because the pattern shows that it was 9 months indeed. And it is representing the body and the physical body of Yahshua. Yeah. Because when the pattern was finished, Moses put ram skin dyed red, showing that he was that ram caught in the ticket, which is the Lord, the prophet, and was killed. And he died red on the cross. That's why when the S-U-N is going down, it gets red, testifying to the S-O-N of Yahweh, he died red. And all those principles can be correlated back to Yahweh the Messiah. So from September now we're going to check 9 months from September. You check it and tell me.
October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June.
So we get June. So the angel went to her in September in principle according to our calendar, but it's really pointing to the Hebrew calendar.
October will be 1 month.
So October will be 1 month. And June would be 9 months. So then, he was born in June. Because the angel said in the 6th month, according to the Hebrew calendar, which would correlate to the English September. From September, 9 months from September is June. And we went early and showed that he's a figure. Adam was a figure of him that was to come. And Adam came in the 6th day of creation. That's why And the sixth dispensation, the spirit man is being born. Because after the death, burial, and the resurrection of Yahshua the Messiah, and the sixth dispensation, the spirit man is being formed by the preaching of the gospel. Just like the sixth day of creation, the physical man was formed. So we pick up the date as the sixth, and we pick up the month from the angel said in the 6th month. That is when the conception took place. Then we check 9 months from the 6th month, and we get June. D-Day 1945, the end of World War II, was the 6th of June. The law that was spoken about back here was the 6th of June. The day of Pentecost was the 6th of June. When Yahshua the Messiah was the lamb fulfilling this Passover lamb back here, it was Abib the 14th he was killed. Listen now, listen and check it up for yourself. Abib the 14th he was killed. Why the Christians, they have their Easter, which is correlated to the Passover around April. Why do you think they have that? Worldwide. You think they don't know? They have some knowledge. They always have Easter, March, April. Isn't that so?
Yeah.
Worldwide. Why is that so?
You know Yahshua died.
So Yahshua was crucified on the 14th of Abib. And just to pick it up, that the lamb was always killed on the 14th, get me Ezra 6:19. The lamb was always killed on the 14th. Ezra 6:19 said the children of Israel kept the Passover on the 14th day of the first month. So the 14th was always customary for them to kill the lamb on the 14th of the first. I just want somebody to confirm.
19.
Yeah.
And the children of the captivity kept the Passover upon the 14th day of the first month.
The 14th day of the first month, we are happy to pick it up. So he died, he had to fulfill, that's what he said in Matthew 5:17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law of the prophet. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill, to finish what was set up back here in the law and the prophet. So since this lamb was killed on the 14th, he is the true lamb who John the Baptist pointed out to be on the lamb of Yahweh, which takes away the sins of the world. So which day would this lamb be killed? The 14th of April. Listen. And he died. He was buried in Joseph of Arimathea new tomb. He resurrected the third day. And you check the days, you know, you check them out. He resurrected the third day. He carried up on the airplane for 40 days. Because we're trying to get to the 6th of June, which is Pentecost, which is his spiritual birthday in principle. Because he's Yahshua from heaven, he's eternal. But which he manifested with the children of Israel back there. Which is our spiritual birthday, because one must be born from above. That's what Yahshua said to Nicodemus. The true birth is from above in our hearts and mind, not from beneath. So, you check the days now. So he died the 14th of April. He resurrected the 17th of April. He carried up on the airplane for 40 days. At the end of 40 days, he ascended to his Father. 10 days, everything that I'm telling you is in the book. 10 days later, he poured out the gift of the Holy Spirit. On the day of Pentecost. 10 days later. Check up all those days. And see if you read December. No. There's no way, if you check all those days, you could get 3 December. No. Must be somewhere around June.
Right.
You check it. You and everything that we are saying is in the Bible. But without a vision, the people perish. It's a vision book. And that's why we told you that the founder had a vision from Yahweh, Elohim, and his son, Yahshua the Messiah. And reveal unto him all these things. Because we used to believe that the 20th of December was the birthday. But guess what? We don't worship any physical days to say, yes, it is Yahshua's birthday.
Right.
The only day we respect and worship is the day of Yahshua's resurrection and the day of Pentecost. We don't observe any physical day to say, yes, it's the 6th of June. We know that is the 6th of June, but we don't observe it to say we are keeping any ceremony. We are just happy and thankful to Yahshua for our Pentecost.
Hallelujah.
Pouring out of the Holy Spirit in our heart. So Yahshua died, he was buried, he resurrected the third day, he carries up on the airplane for 40 days. At the end of 40 days, he ascends to his Father and poured out the gift of the Holy Spirit in our heart, which is the kingdom, which was set up from the foundation of the world, is revealed in us. Spirits inside became blood and water, and he gave up his spirit. So you have death, burial, resurrection, ascension, blood, water, spirit, forth in the name of Yahshua the Messiah. But normally we run conception, birth, and flight, and get to the gifts. But get me Matthew 2, when Yahshua was born in Bethlehem. Matthew 2. And I'm just going to run the name for this visit.
Matthew 2 and 1.
Yes.
And when Yahshua was born in Bethlehem of Judea,
He said when Yahshua was born in Bethlehem of Yahuda, because there was no J. So you see that he was born in Bethlehem, and how could he be born in Bethlehem and they give him a British name? Lord, God is Assyrian and German. Jesus derived from Ea, the Babylonian water god. Zeus is supreme god of the Greeks. Christ come from Platinum, Hindu idol sun god. And the book says that he's really Yahshua the Messiah from heaven. But he said he was born in Bethlehem of Yahuda. And he was born under a death decree because he had to fulfill Moses, who was born under a death decree. According to Jeremiah 31:29. A cry was heard in Ramah, Rachel weeping for her children. So he was born, the children, they were being killed 2 years and under. Because the kings back there feared their throne because they heard of a great king to be born. And he's born king of the Yahudan. And when he was about to be crucified, Pilate asked him, "Art thou a king?" You see that they heard that a great king was to be born, and that's why they were killing the children, because they feared their throne. Showing forth they didn't fear the Almighty. They had no reverence or respect for the Almighty. They were killing to keep their throne. Alright. So the reality of the matter is, what are you reading here, that?
Matthew 2 and 1.
Yeah, so he was born in Bethlehem of Yahuda. So he was conceived in Nazareth. Nazar means circle. He was born in Bethlehem, which is the house of bread. That's why I said, I am that bread that came down from heaven. And then he had his flight into Egypt. So conception, birth, and flight. And then he went back to Nazareth, where he was called a Nazarite. And that's where he wore the locks and fulfilled the vow. No, he was called a Nazarene. The Nazarite is different from the Nazarene. He was called a Nazarene. The Nazarite is the one wearing the locks, where they took the vow. But he was shaved with the iron razor. So Nazar means branch. That's why the book says, behold the branch, who is the man who is the branch. That's Yahshua the Messiah.
Hallelujah.
So you have to fulfill every year and everything. But we're going to shut it down here now. With the true birthday, hopefully the workshop we can finish up. And we have we have two visitors. We're going to introduce them to the name of our Heavenly Father. Previously we were told that the true name of our Heavenly Father is Lord God and Jesus Christ and by the Christians. And that was incorrect, and it is still incorrect. Because what they did, the translators, when they were translating from the original scroll, and you can never translate a name, when they came across Yahweh, they substituted it for Lord. When they came across Elohim, which is the pluralistic title that Yahweh chose for himself, which is this heavenly name, the most high name, Yahweh, his title, they substituted it for God. When they came across Yahshua Messiah, they substituted it for Jesus Christ. But the devil is caught in his craftiness, because there are 22 letters in Hebrew and not one is a J. Up to today, there isn't a letter J or the sound of the J in the Hebrew language. So it is impossible for his name to be called Jesus, Jehovah, or Jah. And in Revelation 13 verse 18, it says the mark of the beast is 666. When you count up Lord God and Jesus Christ, you get 666. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. First 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Second 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Third 6. Why the Creator would use 666 for himself and 666 for the devil? It wouldn't make any sense. And if you move Lord God and put Jehovah as 666, So Yahweh says it's the mark of the beast, it's the number of a man and it's the number of his name. Yahweh and Yahshua adds up to 19 letters. 9 plus 1, that's 10. The one law of the spirit of life. And another thing again, there's no J in Hebrew, and the book says, if you sing that this song, that he was born in Bethlehem, and there Jerusalem was Jerusalem, John was your honor. Anywhere you see a J in the Bible, it was originally a Y. Then another thing, how can you translate? You should not translate a name, but they claim that they translated the name. How can you translate or transliterate a name from a name to a title or two titles? Say I go to a country, Russia, and they translate my name from what it is to two titles. That doesn't make sense. And furthermore, a common title. Because is Lord the highest title?
No.
No, king is above Lord. Can a man sit in his capacity as king? Didn't we just read with the true birthday principle quoted that he is born king of the Jews, which is king of the Yahudans?
Yep.
Or king of Israel? Did the book say he was born Lord of Israel?
No.
So how can a man sit in his capacity as king and Lord? That can't be possible. But without a vision, the people perish. You just took it for granted and just follow the tradition of man. And that's why Colossians 2:14, we want that read, please. We don't want to judge you after the tradition of man. Yahweh says in John 8:32, know the truth and the truth shall make you free. So we can prove it. You know what they did? They put 4 different Jesuses in the Bible, which we are going to look at. They told us that the Passover is grape juice and crackers. The Passover that Christendom that they are eating in the church today, where is it in the scripture? The wafer that was given to Israel was given on the Sabbath day. What was given for the Passover? What was on the menu? They said that they are following the Bible, and we are pointing out that the Christians are liars, and what they are following is tradition and hypocrisy. Because the things that they are doing, it's not scriptural and it's not biblical. Where in the Bible it says that a Gentile should be baptized in water? Keep that child quiet, please. Where in the Bible does it say that a Gentile should be baptized in water? Where in the Bible? Where in the Bible it says that the Passover is grape juice and crackers? Where in the Bible it says that the Gentiles should be collecting tithes and offering in their churches? Where in the Bible Yahweh gave a man a specification to build a church? Which scripture says that? Yahweh gave divine specification to build 3 things. The ark with Noah, the tabernacle with Moses and the children of Israel and Yahweh, and Solomon's temple. And Yahweh says in the book, what? Knowing now that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, and that you are bought with a price, that is with the precious blood of Yahshua. So therefore glorify Yahshua in your temple, which are his. Did you know that he also says in the book that he doesn't dwell in temples made in man's hand? Yeah. Get me that in the meantime. Read what you hold in here.
Colossians 2:14.
Yes.
Blotting out the handwriting of ordinances.
So it says blotting out the handwriting of ordinances.
That was against us.
Like the Passover feast, the baptism. You know, people, Yahshua says, prove all things. In 1 Thessalonians 5:23, prove all things and hold fast to that which is good. Was it ever proven to you that Gentiles should keep water baptism? Was it ever proven to you that the name of the Savior is in Lord God and Jesus Christ? The reason why you believe that Lord God and Jesus Christ is the Savior is because it was never proven to you. You just follow propaganda like I did previously. A man just see a man running down the road and say, he's a thief, and one more person start running down. I say my thief, and then the man stop. I'm just a police officer tracking or training. It's just propaganda. People just follow things because they hear and they like to follow the crowd, but they don't really prove. It is impossible. And we are telling Vatican City, the Pope at Rome and the Pope at home, that it is impossible to prove that Jesus Christ is the Savior. And they know that Jesus Christ is not the Savior.
Never was.
And never was, never is, and never will never be. Yahweh, Elohim, Yahshua. Even the Pope at Vatican City knows that the name is Yahshua. They all know. Alright, read that.
Blotting out the handwriting of ordinances that was
That was against us.
which was contrary to us.
They were contrary. Why you want to keep a contrary covenant? A broken covenant. Read.
And took it out of the way, nailing it to his cross.
So he blocked them out and took them out of his way and he nailed them to his cross.
And having spoiled principalities and powers,
Yes?
he made a show of them openly, triumphing over them in it.
Read.
Let no one condemn you regarding
Sacrificial
meal and drink offerings.
And drink offerings, they didn't keep Passover feast. Read.
Made on the holy days,
Made on the so-called holy days,
new moons and
new moon
Sabbaths,
and Sabbath.
which are a shadow of things to come.
So what?
A shadow of things to come.
So the Sabbath is a shadow?
Yes.
Oh no, Mr. Young boy realize that now. And that Yahshua is the true rest.
Yes, sir.
That's Matthew 11:28. He said, Yahshua said, God, come unto me, all you that have labored and heavily laden. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, because I am meek and lowly in heart, and you shall find rest unto your soul. Someone can give your soul rest. Yahshua is the rest.
That's right.
Yeah.
And he says, all those were just types and shadow. And they claim that the Messiah came to set a Christian example for us to follow. That's a lie. When he came, he was fulfilling this whole covenant that was set up 1500 years before he came.
Yeah.
So they have everything wrong. There's nothing in Christendom right. The name and their doctrine is wrong. Because Cornelius was the first Gentile who received the gift of the Holy Spirit. And he didn't receive it by the works of the law. Faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the works of Yahweh Elohim. He said, Hear, O Israel. He that comes to Yahshua must believe that he is Yahshua, the resurrected Son of Yahweh. And he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. So you find out now, so in the King James Version of the Bible, in Exodus 3:15, to save time, notice he says, the Lord God is my name forever, and this is my memorial unto all generations. How can you give two titles and say, this is my name forever, and this is my memorial unto all generations, and everybody just sit down with it? And Yahweh says in Ezekiel that he wrought for his name's sake, that it should not be polluted. Wrought is the past tense of the word. That it should not be polluted or substituted. In Ezekiel 14 verse 12. In Isaiah 52, Yahweh says, my people shall know my name. Did he say my people shall know my two titles? These are not in the titles of Yahweh. So who is wrong here? He said, my people shall know my two titles. No. These are not the titles of Yahweh Elohim. His title is Elohim.
That's right.
These are man-made titles. He said, my people shall know my name. Found it that? In Philippians 2, another thing that they like to say, that is sent to names, I'm going to prove them to be liars. Philippians 2 verse 9, Yahweh says he has highly exalted him and given him a name. Read it for me. Get 72 out of R.
Wherefore, Yahweh also hath highly exalted him and given him a name.
A name.
Which is above every name.
So 71 wouldn't be good then, because one name is above every name, and that's the name Yahshua, which is the most high. Yahshua's name is the highest name in heaven and in earth, far above principalities and powers and every name that is named in this world or the world to come, because it is the only name that has salvation attached to it, the name of the Father, Yahweh. Yah, which is the masculine portion, and Shua, which is Savior. And John 5:43, Yahshua says, I am come in my Father's name, and he received me not. Let another come in his own name, him he will receive. But they changed Yahshua's name to Jesus Christ. But the word for soter, the word for Savior in Greek is soter. If he was Savior, he should have been Jesus Christ soter, or Jesus soter. But there is no salvation in the name Jesus Christ. The name the word for salvation in Hebrew is Shua, meaning that Yahweh is salvation.
Right.
So how are you going to get salvation when you don't choose Yahshua's name? You say you prefer the name Jesus. And when we go to the religious leaders, they say, yes man, Yahweh Elohim Yahshua is the original name, but this is what they say. It is Hebrew. Come on. Y-A-H-W-E-A, that's Hebrew? E-L-O-H-I-M, that's Hebrew? Y-A-H-S-H-U-A, that's Hebrew? But Jesus Christ is Greek, Babylonian, and Hindu. You speak Greek? You speak Babylonian? You speak Hindu? This is the level of hypocrisy.
Right.
As you start to talk about Yahweh, yes man, it is the original name.
But
This is Yod-A-Wa-A in Hebrew. I am going to transliterate it for you. Now, Hebrew is a consonantal language. They write only consonants. But while they speak, they supply their vowels. So when English is read from right to left, from left to right, Hebrew is read from right to left. Let me transliterate it for you. Yod, give you the sound of the English Y. Hey, H, Wa, W. Hey, another H. So in English, you arrive at YHWH, which is a partial transliteration. Now, English is phonetic. We need the age of written words to make our words pronounceable. So we were instructed by this divine picture and revelation to complete Yahweh in English. Go to the first man, Adam, taking the only vowel from his name. Insert it between the Y and the H, we get Yah, the masculine portion. Then we go to the first woman who Yahweh created, who is Eve, taking the only vowel from her name and insert it between the W and the H, we get Way. Psalm 150 says, let everything that hath breath praise Yahweh. Because Isaiah 55, Yahweh says, let them bring forth their witnesses. When I inhale, he says Yah. When I exhale, he says Way. Psalm 150 verse 6.
Psalm 150 verse 6. Let everything that hath breath praise Yahweh.
You want
Hallelujah.
to hear the breath praising Yahweh? That's not my voice. So you get Yah, which is the masculine portion. Isaiah, Zechariah, Nehemiah, Zephaniah, Obadiah, and the highest praise is
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Yahweh said, let us make man in our own image and in our own likeness. The word for male is M-A. The word for female is F-E. You have the sperm and the egg coming together to make a total human being. 23 chromosomes from the male, normally, 23 from the female, making a total human being. You ever see the sperm alone making a child? Or the egg alone? There must be male and female. In ganja, you have male and female marijuana plant. In Guinea, you have male and female. In animal kingdom, male and female. In fish kingdom, you have bird kingdom, you have male and female. Lord is masculine and a singular gender. God is masculine and a singular gender. Jesus Christ is a masculine name. Jah is masculine, Jehovah is masculine. Where is the bride? Romans 1:19 and 20 said, because that which may be known of Yahweh, who is spirit, John 4:24. Yahweh is spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and truth. He said, our comment and now is when the true worshippers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. For the Father seeketh such to worship him, not in the natural and in the life. Man is pneuma, psychic and soul, man, spirit, body and soul. Job 32 verse 8, Yahweh says there is a spirit in man. And his aim is that to inspire that man, that spirit man in you, with knowledge. Which Yahshua said, I will feed him with knowledge and understanding. And Solomon asked for wisdom, knowledge and understanding. So these are spiritual attributes because you have a spiritual soul in your body that needs spiritual bread. So when the devil said to Yahshua, I command that you turn these stones to bread. Yahshua said, man shall not live by physical bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of Yahweh shall man live. The words are spirit and power. The words that I speak in John 6, Yahshua says, they are spirit and they are life. So the words, Jeremiah says, thy words were found and I did eat them. Job 34 verse 3 says, the ear tried words as the mouth tasted. How is your soul living? How is it sustained? By whom and by what? By Yahweh Elohim Yahshua. And he came, he said, I am that bread that came down from heaven, that a man may eat thereof and shall never die. Yahshua the Messiah is the resurrection. He is the bread of life. So we are breaking Yahshua, or sharing Yahshua with you now as our visitor, to know that he is the only Savior in the East. There is no other Savior except Yahshua. And it was declared back there by Nebuchadnezzar who, when he saw the power of Yahweh, says, he wrote a decree and that decree still stands. And the decree is in heaven and it is in earth. He said, no other Elohim should be worshipped than the Elohim of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And they said they serve Yahweh, Elohim, Yahweh. And that decree still stands. He said, worldwide, Vatican need to know. At that time, that dynasty was so powerful that he had the authority, read it for me, to say that Vatican need to acknowledge this decree that was set up in her. And Yahshua also declared himself to be King of Kings and ruler of ruler, be the only king and potentate of Yahweh, wear a crown of glory and garment of life. Yahshua the Messiah is the risen Son. He is the Savior of mankind's soul, the only Redeemer. Yahshua the Messiah is the only mediator between Yahweh and man, and you receive him by grace. Mere grace, I say, you don't have to pay. Yahweh so loved the world that he gave Yahshua as the gift of life. The only thing you need to do is to receive the blessing that salvation gives. Receive it, because the physical life was a gift, your spiritual life is a gift. That's why it says, for Yahweh so loved the world that he gave. And he says the gift I gave Yahshua the Messiah. And the gift of Yahweh is eternal life. So how can you work for eternal life when it's a gift? Whoever worked for a gift. If you work for a gift, it's no longer a gift. And you cannot work for it. It's a gift. The gift of Yahweh is eternal life through Yahshua the Messiah. So it is given to us, Yahshua is given to us as the gift of life. Read.
Yes.
Just the decree.
Yeah. Then Daniel chapter 2,
yes,
verse 4 and 6.
Anybody find it? Just tell me
Then
that
the king
verse.
Nebuchadnezzar fell upon his face and worshipped Daniel.
Yes.
And commanded that they should offer an oblation and sweet off.
Which king is that?
Unto him. Nebuchadnezzar.
Nebuchadnezzar, yes. He was the king of Babylon.
The
And
king,
he made this decree. Listen to what he said.
the king answered
Yes.
unto Daniel and said, of a truth,
Of a truth.
it is that your Elohim
It is that your Elohim, Daniel, with evil L in his name.
is the Elohim.
This man, you know, was the Elohim of this image. And he's declaring Yahweh. Yahweh, who think make him bow? Yahweh. And Vatican City bow to us right now because they are confessing that the name is Yahweh Elohim Yahshua. Because when the founder went to them, they said, what are the name? The founder said, what are the names should I preach in? And they said that, you see that